Hello, Pisces. Let me wipe my screen. I don't know why it's like that. Let's see. Okay, much better. Okay. Pisces, somebody on one of my other readings said, hey, when are you going to do Pisces? And I tell you, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And I know that I've spent a lot of time with you guys, and you guys are my babies, and so are Aquarius, you guys know. And Leos are too, and Saggies are too. You're all my babies. I have just been busy with my own personal stuff. And I think we've all been busy with our own personal stuff, but I think that we all need guidance. And some of you come to tarot for guidance because it offers you an opportunity to, contemplate how you're going to move forward based on what these cards reveal. And I get it. Okay? Now, the way I do my readings, the card to me has a very specific meaning. It could have several meanings, but to me, when I see each one of these cards, it has a very specific meaning. And depending on what other cards follow, that tells me what we're working with here. Okay? So let's begin. Pisces. Here's what's going on, okay? It looks like. Okay, decisions. Your minds are likely in overdrive. Okay? You got the Two of Swords. You don't know if you want to go this way or if you want to go that way. And you're not using your eyes to make your decision. You're using your logic. And that's a good thing. Use your logic. You need it. Every time you make a decision, you need it. So since it's the first card that popped up, that's my cue to give you the advice to use your logic with whatever situation it is that you're contending with. Because we're all contending with something. Second card. The World. Okay. We've got some high stakes here. Okay? With these two cards together, what I'm feeling is that for some of you, if you choose wrong, you're going to lose an opportunity that is literally like having the entire world at your feet. Rather it be travel, rather it be you just have everything that you need in your lap to feel comfortable as the human being that you are or that you are working on becoming. And it all comes down to whatever decision you make. Which is why if I were you, I would not rush through anything like this. Then you pull the Temperance card. This tells me that the reason why you're making the decision to try to achieve the world in a different light and in a different way is because you were being healed of a situation. This angel represents healing that has come to you and is healing your heart right now. This angel is working with your consciousness and your subconsciousness to get you to start to see things for what they are, to get you to appreciate the lessons that you've learned so far with whatever situation it is, and trying to get you to see things from a logical point of view. That's why the first card that popped up is logic. Okay? Swords represent thought and logic. The World and Temperance are major arcana cards. That means no matter what, Pisces, you were going to go through this. No matter what. But see, this is why this is not a major arcana. Because this is your decision. These situations are possible and feasible. You're going to be healed. The world can possibly very easily be yours. but it depends on how you choose to go about it. Now I need to pull more cards so I can give you better advice. Okay, now we're really deep in thought. Now some of you are feeling like you're ready to just like go for it, because some of you feel like you know what you want to do now. Slow down for me just a little bit, okay? Some of you are very confused. If you notice, you're pulling nothing but swords. Swords represent nothing but thought. This card means confusion, but it's self-inflicted confusion. You don't have to be in this place if you don't want to be. Sometimes, situations suck really bad. But you know what makes them suck so bad? Is the way that we choose to perceive the situation. So if you choose to perceive the situation as one that is bigger than you, that you can't handle, that this is just too much for you, that you just can't do it, like this is just too much, then you're going to get this card. Because you are doing too much with your thinking. That's why I straight up told you guys, slow down. Because you've got too much at stake here. And if you make the wrong decision, you're going to lose something really awesome. So I'm going to pull until I can help you and tell you what's up. Right now, you guys are dealing with a burden that you want to get out of quickly. Quickly. But the good thing is that it's a 10. That means it's ending. Okay? So this burdenish situation that you're in, it's ending. It's ending. So that tells me that you may be making the right decision. And some of you already know what the right decision is. And that's why you guys got so quick when I was talking to you to say, oh, I know what to do. But I still want you to slow down, and I still want you to think, because the truth is that some of you are still very confused as to which direction to go in. Okay? Some of you still are not sure about how to go about making the changes that need to be made, so that you guys can move forward in a positive manner. Again, this could be relationship oriented, job related. I cannot tell you which one it is unless I get something like the Four of Wands, or if I get something like, the Three of Pentacles, or something along those lines. So let's see what comes up. Now, Pisces, my dear Pisces, you guys are in a position right now that is in a very powerful position. But what I'm noticing about a lot of these readings that I have been doing for people, they are turning their backs on their power. Right now, you are very powerful with regards to the way that you choose to make decisions. But some of you don't believe it. That's why some of you are sitting there confused. You know the right answer, but you're scared that if you make that decision, everything's going to fall all apart. You have too much power. You pulled the King of Swords. It don't get no higher than the king, baby. And with a sword in his hand, honey, you can't play with him. He know what the hell he's doing. And that's you. So stop with that self-doubt. Because a lot of you are dealing with some self-doubt. Some of you are very confident and know what you want to do. But some of you are very confused. Alright? And I see why you guys are being very careful. Because you have healing and you have the entire world to look forward to with the decision that you're making. And you can get out of a really shitty situation as well. So it's like killing two birds with like 3 birds with one stone. With one decision. Seriously. Now, this is the truth, and this is what you guys know, and this is why some of you are dealing with a lot of anxiety. This is why this card pulled up. If you make the wrong decision, there's the 5 of Pentacles right there. You can easily lose it all. But you know what confuses me a little bit about saying that? is that I get the feeling that a lot of you Pisces have enough common sense to know what decision is right and which decision is wrong. I think some of you are just spending too much time thinking and going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about what is it that I'm going to do. Use your common sense. Your intuition is your best friend and will not lead you wrong. Trust me. Recently, I ignored my intuition and it kicked me in my ass so badly. Now, had I followed my first mind, trust me, things wouldn't have happened the way they did. Listen to your gut. Listen to what your heart is telling you on how to deal with this situation. They're there for a reason. Because if you make the right decision, you will be able to move on from a bad situation to a better one. Pisces, I don't know why every reading this card pulls up for you. Some of you are absolutely desperate to get out of a situation you do not want to be in. If I have to remind one more of my babies that you do not have to be in a situation that you don't want to be in, I just don't know what I'm going to do. And I know it sounds so much easier said than done, because for some of you, it could be money issues. For some of you, you could be in abusive situations where you can't even sleep without somebody trying to freaking put a handcuff on your ankle so you can't go anywhere. Like, I get it. I'm not saying it's easy, but some of you want to get the hell out of Dodge and into a better situation. But it looks to me like it's like one good decision is going to change everything, and confusion is going to do nothing for you. I see that a lot of you have put some work into trying to make things change, but you just won't turn around and look at how much work you've done that's already going to assist you in the choices that you've already made. You've already put a lot of work into this situation. Are you not seeing what you've already done? Are you not giving yourself credit for what you've already done toward getting the hell out of Dodge? Because whomever the hell it is that you're dealing with is a very inconsiderate individual. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to call them a narcissist, because that's exactly the energy that I'm feeling regarding whomever the hell it is that you're dealing with that you want to get away from. Look up what a narcissist is. Trust me. I guarantee you, whoever the hell you're dealing with is a textbook narcissist. Now, I see the Queen of Cups. Some of you are allowing your hearts to stay in a situation that logically you know you need to leave. So we're almost having some Gemini energy. Which ones of you have some kind of sun, moon, or rising in Gemini? Because Gemini is constantly struggling with their emotions and with their logic. And that is what I'm seeing here. Some of you love whoever the hell this abusive situation. Some of you actually are so comfortable with this abusive situation to where you're afraid to leave it and you're afraid for things to change. And that's not like you, Pisces. I'm letting you know, you pulled the Queen of Swords. That's a powerful individual who's got her thoughts in order. So you need to stop doubting your abilities, and you need to start making the decisions that come to your first mind. I mean, weigh out the situation. Pull out a piece of paper and say, okay, if I stay, what are the benefits? If I leave, what are the potential things that I have to look forward to? And then I want you to look at that paper, and then I want you to make a decision based on that. Do some journaling. Do some writing about how you feel about being in the current situation that you're in. Because some of you are enslaved to being in a relationship with someone or something that will leave your ass in the cold with no remorse. And a lot of you want to get the hell out of Dodge, but it is not easy for you. You've done some work to get out of the situation, but you were very confused on how to do it. But I feel as though some of you love the lifestyle or the situation that you want to get out of, which is making it very difficult for you to use your logic and make logical decisions that will allow you to move on. You're shackled to a situation. But see, me personally, I don't believe in being shackled to shit. You can tell this Mickey Ficky no any damn time you want to. This Mickey Ficky thinks that he's in control as long as you comply. But as soon as you tell him, you know what? I don't want what you got anymore. This one's powerless. Justice. Justice popped up. You know what justice means? Whoever is doing you wrong is going to get their due diligence. They're going to get what they deserve because they are being heartless toward you. And you're not being heartless toward them. They're being heartless toward you. And trust me, they're going to get a justified outcome based on what they've done to you. Why? Because they're hurting you. They're hurting you. They're causing disruption in your life on a regular basis. Now, do you honestly think that I can tell you what to do to get out of this situation? I can't. This is your situation, and you're the one that's going to have to fight and figure out what you're going to do to get out of it, because each one of your situations is unique and different, and that's where personal readings come in. Because your personal cards come up. And then I can talk to you about what's personally going on with you. Okay? And that's not a sales pitch. And let me tell you why it's not a sales pitch. Because personal readings, they make me a little nervous. And let me tell you why. Because it puts me in a position to tell people the truth about what I see. And a lot of people are not ready to hear the truth. So I'm a lot more comfortable with general readings. But it is time for some of you to get your personal readings so that you can get the advice that you need to figure out what's going on. Not too long ago, I did a personal reading for this woman. She lived in Canada. And I told her exactly what she could expect. And when I was talking to her, the responses that I was getting from her were really like, no, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I got a lot of that. And when I get those responses, it doesn't make me feel good because I put my heart and soul into this. See, some tarot readers do this shit because they think it's fun and they don't care if they tell the truth or not. I put my heart into this because I'm talking to human beings, people with souls and feelings. And if I don't value you, then I'm not valuing me. And I'm not going to do that. So some of you need your personal readings so I can tell you exactly how deep into this situation you're in so that I can give you some advice on what you need to do to get the hell out. Because you're in a situation that you need to get the hell out of. Because somebody is being extremely inconsiderate toward you. And you've been wanting to leave. But you just seem like you don't know how. But I'm telling you right now, the only way that you're going to be able to get out of this situation is by using your logic. And you are a lot more powerful than you think. And as long as you tell yourself that you're not powerful and that you can't handle this, I'm telling you, that is exactly going to be the outcome. I should have turned on the light. That's why it's a little dark. But I know you guys can still see the cards. This last card is telling me, and right away, this is the feeling that I got when I saw this card. Some of you are being nonchalant with regards to the love of people who are trying to help you get out of this situation. And you're being nonchalant toward love for self. And as long as you're going to be nonchalant toward people who are going to pour their love out to you in the best way that they possibly can to help you, then they won't be able to help you and you'll be on your own. And obviously, this situation has grown bigger than it really ought to be. They're doing fireworks a month in advance. Sorry about that. Some of you are daydreaming. Some of you are thinking that things are just going to get better on their own. Some of you think that, you know what, if I give it time, things are just going to get better on their own. Well, I'm going to ask you a question real quick, and I want you to just answer me based on what you think. Is that what you really believe? Do you really believe that you can just sit there and fantasize that things are going to get better and they're just going to get better? If you believe that, then keep fantasizing. And maybe one of those 7 cups, maybe you'll pick one of those options out of the cup and you'll pull the right choice. But trust me, 2 of those cups are going to bite you in your ass. And when they do, I'm telling you, recovery time's going to be a while. So what I'm going to do is pull the Universe Has Your Back card, and we'll end it because it's getting dark and I did not turn on the light. Let me turn on the light so that you guys can see better. Big difference, right? Okay. All right. So the universe has your back. Synchronicity is the name of my table's game, baby. So let's pull a card. I hope it's one I've not seen before. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Some of you are looking for peace. And when I see these 2 owls together, I'm talking to mostly people who are in relationships. One of you really loves the other with your heart and soul. And the other one is just stepping on you like a freaking doormat. And you know that you need to leave, but your heart is having a really hard time letting you. Well, guess what? In those particular types of situations, you have to make a decision. Is it okay for someone to treat you less than what you're worth? Ask yourself that. Do you really honestly think that you're not worthy enough to find somebody that's going to love you based on what you're worth? Do not lie to yourself, please. That's like one of the worst things you can do to yourself. Lean on the faith of the universe. You know what I just learned? Only talk when what you say, you want what you say to come to fruition. Say very little until what you say is something that you want to come to fruition. That is the way we manifest things. Sometimes we say things and don't even realize. We literally dig ourselves graves that we have to claw out of because we sit there and say such negative things about ourselves and our situations. Start thinking positive. Start speaking positively. Say things in this particular situations along the lines of, my mind, heart, body, and soul are going to lead me directly where I need to go, so that the world that I live in is a completely healthy, loving environment where someone on the same level will attract themselves to me and I'll attract myself to them. Because some of you want love very badly and you deserve it, but not with who the hell it is you're with now. And some of you can relate, because I'm telling you right now, some of you are with textbook narcissist, and textbook narcissist will leave you at the drop of a hat because they don't know how to empathize for anyone. They don't care about anyone but themselves. They want somebody like you who's going to love them, love their dirty bathwater. And as long as you do that, they're going to stay with you, honey. Because you know what? You're giving them everything they need. And as soon as you stop giving them what they need, I'm going to give you a little test. Start telling them no a little bit more often and then see how the hell they act. If they start acting all kinds of crazy and all kind of out of character, then you know damn well you have a textbook narcissist that you better get away from as soon as possible. Now, with that being said, Pisces, I have given you all the advice that I know to give you based on what I've seen. Some of you are nonchalant about the support that other people are trying to give you to get out of this situation because they're outsiders looking in, knowing that you are being mistreated. Some of you are confused, but it's self-inflicted confusion that you don't have to experience, and you're only experiencing it because you're allowing yourself to. This person is going to get everything that they deserve based on the way they treated you, because I have a feeling some of you have been with this particular person for a while. Some of you might even share children together. But some of you want to get the hell out of this situation, and you're telling yourselves that it's harder than it really actually is. So please understand, when you pull the Queen of Swords, that's confirmation that you are powerful enough to get out of whatever shitty situation you may find yourself in. You are powerful enough. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in Cancer, please go look that reading up, because it's almost identical. And I'm not going to name signs, because to me, whenever I listen to a reading and somebody names signs, the signs never resonate. It doesn't matter what the sign is. What you need to be looking at is the character of the individual that you are dealing with on a daily basis. If this person is making you miserable and you find yourself doing 90% of the work to keep the relationship going, it is time to get the hell out of Dodge. That is my opinion. But what you choose to do is your right. I do not rob people of their choices. But this card confirms you are strong enough and smart enough to get the hell out of Dodge. And that's what I recommend. So I will talk to you guys soon. Think long and hard about the advice that the universe gave you. Like I said before on another reading, you hear my voice, but trust me, the universe is the one speaking to you, giving you the advice that you need based on the situation you're in. Some of you need to get your personal readings so that I can talk to you about exactly where you are and exactly what moves you need to make so that you can actually get back to happiness, because some of you are not happy at all. You're creating this facade of happiness because you have this person there. This person, unfortunately, and I hate to break this down to you, could care less about you. It's obvious. It's in the cards. You're doing all the work and they are doing nothing. Do not let people treat you like that. That is my opinion. I will talk to you soon, Pisces. You have what it takes to change your life. And you have the world to look forward to if you leave, or you have feeling left out in the cold to look forward to if you stay. Yeah, I know that was deep. But for some of you, this relationship is literally like a freaking drug. And I want you to think about what's so great about it. Write a list. What's so great about this situation? What does this person do for me? And what do I do for them? And if the list is longer based on what you do for this person, and they do very little for you, what more do you need? You don't have to hang out with this person if you don't want to. This person has no control over you. Trust me, looks scary. This person has no control over you. The moment that you say no more, guess what? No more. Yes, it may feel like a burden to make this move because it's new for you. Some of you have been in this relationship as long as about 10 years. Look at these burdens. Look at this burden. This burden doesn't get this big just by being with somebody for a year. You have been with this person for a long time. But the number 10 on top tells me that you can start this relationship back over with this person and call yourself trying to work it out with somebody who ain't worth a damn. Or you can end it and give yourself a chance at happiness. And that's what I recommend, Pisces. Talk to you soon, my loves. This is what most of you want to do. You want to get the hell out of there. And trust me, you will be healed of this. So don't think that you're alone in this. You have so much spiritual support. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. They're there and they're waiting for you to bust a move so that they can help you along your journey toward freedom and happiness and toward things in life that you deserve. And with that being said, I'm going to let you go and contemplate on what the universe just had to tell you. Love you. Talk to you soon, Pisces.